Considering the situation between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury and the fact that Tyson Fury has signed a long-term $80 million deal with ESPN, where does this leave the rematch? And is Deontay Wilder still going to fight Tyson Fury? Well, it has kind of put it into doubt, even though the fight can still be made because Deontay Wilder does not have a broadcaster deal with any broadcaster. He usually fights on Showtime, but he has no contract with them. It is a fight-by-fight basis, so he could fight on ESPN. But I think this is going to give him an excuse not to fight Tyson Fury, and that's why I think the WBC may consider stripping him of his title. Now, what would happen in that case? I believe in that case, then the belt would be vacant, obviously. The Dillian Whyte and Dominic Breazeale fight will probably determine who the new champion is, because they are to fight it out over the mandatory spot, which would mean that they are the top contenders for the WBC belt. Now, where does that leave Tyson Fury? Well, I imagine that would leave him as #1 challenger then, and have first dibs on fighting the champion, the new champion of the WBC belt. I think the WBC have grown tired of Deontay Wilder now. At first they were protecting him, letting him fight voluntaries who were kind of average really, and not up to par with world level. He was kind of cherry picking his way through the heavyweight division, but now they have had enough. He fought Ortiz, then he fought Fury, and now the WBC have mandated him to fight Fury again. But still, there has been no deal made, and they are a week or nearly 2 weeks over the deadline for purse bids. So I kind of think that this fight may not happen now. It is growing more doubtful, and with the WBC now putting Deontay Wilder out of favour and favouring Fury, I believe they may consider stripping him of the belt. Because he has made no deal with Tyson Fury, he has to make a deal with Tyson Fury, and he has no excuse not to. He has no broadcaster deals, like I said, and he can easily fight on ESPN if he wants to. There is nothing stopping him, so why not? He can fight Tyson Fury on ESPN. He has said he is a free agent himself, but still, I don't think he's going to make a deal with Tyson Fury, unless he is offered a ridiculous amount to fight Tyson Fury. I think it is how much he can get for his WBC belt, because once he fights Tyson Fury, I don't think he wins that fight, and I think he's starting to believe that he can't beat Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, because he would just face them. Anthony Joshua was without an opponent, and probably would have paid him what he wanted, but still, he didn't want to do it. He says now that it's 50-50 with Anthony Joshua or nothing, when he has been told that it will be 60-40 and that is their best offer. But still, if he fights Tyson Fury and does come through it, then yes, he does have a claim to 50-50, according to Eddie Hearn, which I think is a bit steep still, but still that's the only way they can make the fight happen. But if he is offered that much and doesn't accept it, then we know who the real ducker is. We know anyway, everyone's known it for a while. It's just these delusional Wilder fans who think that Anthony Joshua is ducking him, yet he has had more unifications than Deontay Wilder and has fought a better level of opposition in nearly half the fights that Deontay Wilder has had. I think this deal between Frank Warren and ESPN and Tyson Fury is a very interesting one, and it will show whether Deontay Wilder is keen to get in there with the best or not. Because like I said, he can get in there with Tyson Fury anytime he wants. The deal can be made. It just has to be made. But why is it taking so long this time? Last time they were saying how easy it was to make, and they were trying to prove how easy it was to make a deal and show that Anthony Joshua was the one who was making negotiations hard in the undisputed fight. So that was their kind of deal with that. They were trying to prove that Anthony Joshua is the one putting stipulations in place and trying to prevent that fight from happening. But now they are hitting stumbling blocks themselves, because Tyson Fury has signed this deal with ESPN, which doesn't prevent Deontay Wilder from fighting him, or gives him an excuse at least, which it shouldn't really, because there's no reason why he can't go and fight Tyson Fury on ESPN. He has said himself he is a free agent. So all in all, I think the WBC will grow tired if negotiations do draw out any longer. They have had a week or a week and a half extension already, so I mean the WBC are going to want a fight to be made, because the fight won't happen in the summer at this rate. It needs to be made, and then obviously the mandatory challenger will have to have their shot straight after. So even if Deontay Wilder is stripped of his title, then the title will go to, I think, the mandatory challengers, which is Dillian Whyte and Dominic Breazeale, to fight out over who is the champion, and then they will probably have to fight Tyson Fury in their first defense of the belt. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Deontay Wilder should be stripped, and do you think that Dominic Breazeale and Dillian Whyte should fight for the WBC World Championship, the vacant title, and then be mandated to fight Tyson Fury as their first defense? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.